Year 4 Homework 11 Video Walkthrough. Continue with Year 4 Homework 10. Question 1. In this passage, Jeremy mostly gives. We have 4 choices here. A. Facts about the book. B. Details about the story. C. Information about the characters. Or D. Description of the plot. The correct answer is A. Facts about the book. This is because Jeremy is mainly sharing things that are true and can be proven, such as who wrote the book, when it was published, and how long it is. He doesn't really go into what happens in the story or who the characters are in detail. Question 2. In what year was The Life of Mouse written? The options are A. 1798, B. 1897, C. 1978, or D. 1987. The correct answer here is D. 1987. Remember, Jeremy tells us that the book was published in 1987 by a company called Best Publishers House in Chicago, Illinois. So we can assume that it was also written that same year. Question 3. Why does Jeremy write, "The sentences are short and the words are simple"? The possible answers are A. To make you want to read the book, B. To explain why the book is easy to read, C. To show you why the book is so good, or D. To give you an example of a sentence from the book. The correct answer is B. To explain why the book is easy to read. Jeremy uses that sentence to show us that the book is simple and not too tricky. This makes it easier for children or people who are just starting to read. Question 4. Which of these is not the title of a book written by Jennifer R. Blankenship? The options are A. Small Mouse, Big City, B. The Square Pear, C. Dog's Great Day, or D. Bear Goes for a Walk. The correct answer is B. The Square Pear. If you listen carefully to Jeremy, you will notice that he lists all of the books by Jennifer R. Blankenship, but he never mentions The Square Pear, meaning it isn't one of her books. Question 5. What is true about all of the books written by Jennifer R. Blankenship? Your choices are A. They are very long, B. They have 15 chapters, C. They have animal characters, or D. They take place in the big city. The correct answer here is C. They have animal characters. If you think back to the books Jeremy mentioned, they all had animals in them. A mouse, a bear, and a dog. Question 6. What grade is Felix in? The options are A. Year 8, B. Year 9, C. Year 10, or D. Year 12. The correct answer is D. Year 12. Amy tells us that Felix is in Year 12, which means he's about to finish school. Question 7. What kind of book is Felix's Flowers? Your choices are A. Love and Romance, B. Action and Adventure, C. Mystery and Suspense, or D. Fear and Horror. The correct answer is A. Love and Romance. The story tells us that Felix falls in love with Alexia immediately. He even changes what he was going to do because of his feelings for her, making it a love and romance story. 8. Question 8. The question asks, according to the author, before the invention of printing, books were made by, and gives us 4 options. Option A says carving words in stone. Option B says using a typewriter. Option C says pressing sticks into clay tablets. And option D says writing words out by hand. The correct answer is D, writing words out by hand. The explanation tells us that before the printing press, books were copied by hand, and this made them very expensive and took a long time to make. Question 9. Now question 9 asks, before Gutenberg's invention, who would have been most likely to own a book? The options are A. A poor farmer, B. The wealthy owner of a castle, C. A servant at a great house, and D. A poor child in school. The correct answer here is B. The wealthy owner of a castle. The explanation tells us that because books were so expensive to make by hand, only rich people like castle owners could actually afford to have them. Question 10. Question 10 asks us to figure out what the word produce means as it's used in paragraph 2. The options are A. Read, B. Make, C. Sell, and D. Trade. The correct answer is B. Make. The explanation says that in this passage, produce is talking about how books were created. So Gutenberg's invention helped make books faster. Question 11. Question 11 asks about the purpose of paragraph 2. The options are A. To explain why it was bad that books were so expensive, B. To explain why it was good that more people learned to read, C. To explain some of the effects of the invention of printing, and D. To describe how people bought books. The correct answer is C. To explain some of the effects of the invention of printing. The explanation tells us that the paragraph is about how Gutenberg's invention changed things by making books cheaper and letting more people learn to read. Question 12. Question 12 asks, according to the passage, when might Gutenberg have printed the Bible? The options are A, 329, B, 409, C, 1449, and D, 2022. The correct answer is C, 1449. The passage says that Gutenberg printed the Bible around 1450, and 1449 is the closest date we have here, so that's why it's the correct answer. Question 13. Question 13 asks, according to the passage, Cleopatra ruled Egypt for, and gives us these options. A, nearly 30 years, B, 30 years, C, over 30 years, and D, over 300 years. The correct answer is A, nearly 30 years. The explanation tells us that the passage specifically mentions she ruled for nearly 30 years. So that's what we know from the text. Question 14. Question 14 asks, who was Ptolemy XIII? The choices are A, Cleopatra's son, B, Cleopatra's mother, C, Cleopatra's father, and D, Cleopatra's brother. The correct answer is D, Cleopatra's brother. The passage explains that she ruled alongside her younger brother Ptolemy XIII, who later turned against her. Question 15. Question 15 wants to know what we can understand about Ptolemy XIII based on paragraph 3. The options are A, a wise and brave leader, B, very sad about his father's death, C, jealous of his sister's power, and D, much smarter than his sister and his father. The correct answer is C, jealous of his sister's power. The explanation says the passage shows us that Ptolemy felt left out and wanted to take power for himself, which shows his jealousy. Question 16. Question 16 asks how Cleopatra sneaked into the palace. The options are A, she pretended to be a messenger, B, she hid inside of a rug, C, she climbed in through a window, and D, she used a secret passageway. The correct answer is B, she hid inside of a rug. The passage tells us that she hid in a rolled-up rug to get into the palace and meet Julius Caesar. Question 17. Question 17 asks, what is the function of paragraph 5? The options are A, to describe Egypt after Cleopatra's return to power, B, to explain how Egypt dominated trade in the region, C, to depict life in Egypt from a commoner's perspective, and D, to show how Cleopatra managed to defeat Ptolemy XIII. The correct answer is A, to describe Egypt after Cleopatra's return to power. The explanation says that the paragraph describes how Cleopatra became pharaoh again and brought peace to Egypt. Question 18. Question 18 asks, as used in paragraph 5, which is the best antonym for prosperous? The choices are A, serious, B, famous, C, happy, and D, terrible. The correct answer is D, terrible. The explanation tells us that prosperous means successful and wealthy, and the opposite of that is terrible, which suggests hardship and failure. Question 19. Question 19 asks, why did Octavian want to get rid of Cleopatra and Mark Antony? The choices are A, he wanted Cleopatra's brother to be pharaoh, B, they had attacked Octavian, C, they were breaking the law, and D, he thought they were too powerful. The correct answer is D, he thought they were too powerful. The passage tells us that Octavian was scared that Cleopatra and Mark Antony had too much power and could take over Rome. Question 20. And finally, question 20 asks, according to the passage, what happened in 30 BCE? The options are A, Cleopatra was born, B, Cleopatra died, C, Egypt fought Rome in the Battle of Actium, and D, Julius Caesar came to Egypt. The correct answer is B, Cleopatra died. The passage states that both Cleopatra and Mark Antony died in 30 BCE, which is the end of the Egyptian pharaohs. Okay, that's 21. Question 21. How is this text organized? What is the author comparing? We have 4 options here, let's go through them. Option A says, the text is organized into 5 parts. Each part is about the types of water each river possessed. The author is comparing which water tastes better. That doesn't sound quite right. Option B says, the text is organized into 3 parts. Each part is about a different river. The author is comparing the 3 rivers. That one seems more likely, let's keep reading. Option C says, the text is not organized at all, which isn't correct. Option D says, the text is organized into 2 parts. Each part is about something different, which is also not correct. So the correct answer is B. The text is indeed organized into 3 parts, and each part talks about a different river. The author is comparing these 3 rivers, the Nile, the Indus, and the Thames. Now let's look at question 22. What is the same about the land around the Nile and Indus rivers? Option A says both rivers are located in the Himalayan mountains. That's not quite right. Option B says the rivers provide people with transportation. That's true, but not the main thing we're looking for here. Option C says after flooding, the land around the rivers is good for growing crops. That's very important and probably the right answer. Option D says the land in both rivers is very flat. That might be true, but it's not the most important thing they have in common for this text. So the correct answer is C. After the rivers flood, the land near them becomes really good for growing crops. Next, question 23. How did the flooding of the Nile and Indus rivers help farmers? Option A says the flooding of the Nile left mud behind. The mud was good for growing crops. That's true. Option B says the flooding of the Indus brought good soil with it. The soil was good for growing crops. That's also true. Option C says the flooding of the Nile brought good soil for creating irrigation. Irrigation helps in growing healthy crops. Irrigation is important, but the main idea of this question is about the soil. Option D says both A and B are correct. That's the one. Both rivers helped by leaving behind or bringing good soil. The correct answer is D. Now let's go to question 24. What was the most important use of the River Thames? Option A says the most important use was for transportation. Option B says the most important use was maintaining the crop's health. While rivers can be used to water crops, the main point about the Thames was something else. Option C says the most important use was it became an inland port. That's related to the correct answer. Option D says the most important use was it became a major trading city. Again, that's related, but not the most important. So the correct answer is A. The River Thames was mainly used for transportation, which helped trade a lot. Okay, on to question 25. What are the sections on the Nile River and the Indus River about? What is the main idea of both? Option A says the sections on the Nile River and the Indus River are about how great both civilizations are. The main idea focuses on the wars between both rivers. That's not quite the main idea. Option B says the sections on the Nile River and the Indus River are about the people's way of living near the river. The main idea is that people find ways to survive without enough technologies at that time. That's close, but not exactly right. Option C says the sections on the Nile River and the Indus River are about the great leaders each civilization had. The main idea focuses on how these leaders built the civilizations. While leaders are important, that's not what the text is mainly about. Option D says the sections on the Nile River and the Indus River are about why people came to live by the rivers. They explain how the rivers helped people live. The main idea is that 2 early civilizations started around these rivers. So the correct answer is D. It explains the river's important role in helping early civilizations grow. Let's keep going with question 26. What is the section on the River Thames about? How is this different from the other 2 sections? Option A says the section on the River Thames is about the establishment of the civilization. The other 2 sections discuss the leaders, not the people. This is not quite right. Option B says the section on the River Thames focuses on its role in transportation and commerce. The other 2 sections are about the location, not what is on the location. That is partially true. Option C says the section on the River Thames discusses its geographical features and historical significance. The other 2 sections are about its historical impact, while the third focuses on cultural impact. That's partially correct too. Option D says the section on the River Thames is about the city of London and how the River Thames helped it grow into a great city. The other 2 sections are about early civilizations, not just one city. Yes, that's it. The section on the Thames is about London's growth, while the others focus on the early civilizations. The correct answer is D. Now, let's switch gears to our versus our questions, starting with question 27. Where blank blank school bags? Option A says are our, and option B says our are. If we read option A, the sentence is, where are our school bags? It makes sense, doesn't it? If we read option B, it's, where are school bags? That doesn't sound right. So the correct answer is A. Where are our school bags? Question 28. They, blank, coming to blank, house this weekend. Option A says are, and option B says are. If we read option A, the sentence is, they are coming to our house this weekend. That does not make any sense. If we read option B, the sentence is, they are coming to our house this weekend. That sounds correct. Therefore, the correct answer is B. Question 29. They, blank, enjoying the party. Option A says our, and option B says are. Option A would read, they are enjoying the party, which doesn't make sense. If we read option B, it's, they are enjoying the party. That's the correct one. So the correct answer is B. Question 30. The windows, blank, open because it's a hot day. Option A says are, and option B says our. If we read option A, it would read, the windows are open because it's a hot day. This makes sense. If we read option B, it would read, the windows are open because it's a hot day, which doesn't make sense. So the correct answer is A. Question 31. The question is, when blank, you coming to stay at blank house? We have two options for each blank. Option A is our, and option B is our. The correct answer is A, our. Now let's think about why that is the right choice. First, we use are in this question because we're asking about a future action, so we need the correct verb form to begin the sentence. And then we use our to show that the house belongs to a group of people, like a family or friends, who are all together. Okay, moving on to question 32. Question 32. This time, the question reads, there, blank, 3 bedrooms in blank bungalow. Again, we have option A, our, and option B, our. The correct answer here is B, our. We use are in this sentence because it's saying that there is the existence of bedrooms within the house. It's like saying there exist 3 bedrooms. Then we use our because it shows that it is their bungalow. All right, now we're moving on to a close eyes exercise, which is like a fill in the blanks, but it's about a rhinoceros. We'll start with question 33. Question 33. The sentence is, next to the mighty elephant, the rhinoceros is the largest and, blank, of animals. We have 3 choices, A, wildest, B, strongest, and C, biggest. The correct answer is B, strongest. The passage aims to describe how powerful the rhinoceros is, and strongest really gets across that idea, showcasing its impressive physical power. Now let's continue with question 34. Question 34. The sentence reads, in the latter, blank, there are 4 varieties, the black rhinoceros, the long-horned white rhinoceros, and the common white species. The options are A, continent, B, land, and C, world. The right answer is A, continent. You see, when we talk about where different rhinoceros species live in Africa, we're referring to a large landmass, a continent. Okay, let's keep going with question 35. Question 35. This sentence says, the black species has 2 blank. The options are A, tails, B, ears, and C, horns. The correct answer is C, horns. Rhinos are famous for having horns, and the black rhino specifically has 2 horns on its snout. All right, let's take a look at question 36 now. Question 36. The sentence says, the sen, blank, of the African species is the long-horned, white, or square-nosed rhinoceros. The choices are A, most powerful, B, cutest, and C, largest. The right answer is C, largest. Here we're talking about size, and the white rhino is the largest of all the African species, so largest is the best fit. Let's jump to question 37 now. Question 37. The sentence is, its horn IACA, blank, reaches a length of 30 inches. We have options A, frequently, B, seldomly, and C, always. The correct answer is A, frequently. This word means that it happens often, and the passage is trying to say that it's common for the rhino's horn to be this long. Let's proceed with question 38. Question 38. The sentence says, the black rhinoceros, although smaller than the white, blank, has a horn over 18 inches long. The choices are A, frequent, B, seldom, and C, never. The right answer is B, seldom, which means not often. This word indicates that it's not a typical size. The black rhino's horn is usually smaller. Let's move on to question 39. Question 39. The sentence reads, the black rhinoceros, blank, a wonderful degree of strength. Our choices are A, possesses, B, consists, and C, acquires. The correct answer is A, possesses. This means that the rhino has a great amount of strength, which fits the description in the passage. Finally, let's look at question 40. Question 40. The sentence says, "The form of the rhinoceros is clumsy, and its appearance dull and heavy. The limbs are thick and blank." The options are A, weak, B, powerful, and C, frail. The right answer is B, powerful. Even though it might look a bit awkward, the rhino has very strong legs, which are thick and muscular, making them very powerful. Question number 41. Question 41. The senses of hearing and smelling are so keen that sight is not required to what? Earn enemy. Is it A, detect, B, possess, or C, alarm? The correct answer is A, detect. Now, detect means to notice or sense something, and this fits perfectly because rhinos use their strong senses of hearing and smell to notice danger. Question 42. The skin of the African rhinoceros is very tough and can resist the force of a rifle ball. What? It is fired from a very short distance. Is it A, unless, B, but, or C, either? The correct answer here is A, unless. Unless is used to introduce a condition or exception. So the rhino's skin is super tough, except if the shot is fired from a very, very short distance. Question 43. Some rhinoceros species have horns 3 feet in. What? And 18 inches around the base. Is it A, width, B, wide, or C, length? The correct answer is C, length. We're talking about the measurement from the tip of the horn to the base, which we call the length. Question 44. The food of the rhinoceros. What? Of roots and young branches. Is it A, possesses, B, consists, or C, acquires? The correct answer is B, consists. Consists means is made up of. So the rhino's diet is made up of roots and young branches. Question 45. The rhinoceros is very fierce and savage, so much so that the natives, what? It more than they do the lion. Is it A, love, B, hate, or C, dread? The correct answer is C, dread, dread. Dread means to fear greatly. The sentence tells us that people are more afraid of rhinos than lions, so they dread them. Question 46. Then begins a furious tossing of the head, and if the powerful horn strikes the what? A terrible wound is the result. Is it A, friend, B, foe, or C, colleague? The correct answer is B, foe. Foe means enemy. Here, it's saying if the rhino hits its enemy with its horn, the enemy will get hurt. Okay, now let's move on to common and proper nouns. This is a new topic. Question 47. We stayed in a hotel near Burnham Park. Is it A, I is a proper noun while to is a common noun? B, I is a common noun while to is a proper noun? C, I is a common noun and to is also a common noun? Or D, I is a proper noun and to is also a proper noun? The correct answer is B, I is a common noun while to is a proper noun. A hotel is a general place. That's why it is a common noun. Burnham Park, on the other hand, is a specific place. That makes it a proper noun. Question 48. On our first day, we visited the Igorot Stone Kingdom. Is it A, I is a common noun and to is also a common noun? B, I is a proper noun and to is also a proper noun? C, I is a proper noun while to is a common noun? Or D, I is a common noun while to is a proper noun? The correct answer is D, I is a common noun while to is a proper noun. Day is a general time reference, making it a common noun. The Igorot Stone Kingdom, however, is a specific place, so it's a proper noun. Question 49. Next, we went to see the Tamawan village where I saw traditional houses. Is it A, I is a proper noun while to is a common noun? B, I is a proper noun and to is also a proper noun? C, I is a common noun while to is a proper noun? Or D, I is a common noun and to is also a common noun? The correct answer is A, I is a proper noun while to is a common noun. Tamawan village is the name of a specific place, making it a proper noun, and houses refer to general things, making it a common noun. Question 50. Then we went on a walking tour at Camp John Hay. Is it A, I is a proper noun and to is also a proper noun? B, I is a common noun and to is also a common noun? C, I is a common noun while to is a proper noun? Or D, I is a proper noun while to is a common noun? The correct answer is C. I is a common noun while to is a proper noun. The word tour is a general activity and Camp John Hay is a specific location. Question 51 says, we had our lunch at the park before traveling to La Trinidad Strawberry Farm. The question asks which parts of the sentence are proper or common nouns. Option A says, I and to are proper nouns while 3 is a common noun. Option B says, I is a proper noun while 2 and 3 are common nouns. Option C says, I is a common noun while 2 and 3 are proper nouns. Option D says, I and 2 are common nouns while 3 is a proper noun. The correct answer is D. The explanation tells us that lunch and park are common nouns because they refer to general things, while La Trinidad Strawberry Farm is a proper noun because it is a specific place. So a common noun is a general name for things, and a proper noun is a specific name for a place or person, always starting with a capital letter. Moving on to question 52, this is about full stops in capital letters. The question is, Paul eats peas with his meat. We need to choose the option that has correct capitalization and punctuation. Option A is, Paul eats peas with his meat. Option B is, Paul eats peas with his meat. Option C is, Paul eats peas with his meat. Option D is, Paul eats peas with his meat. The correct answer is B, Paul eats peas with his meat. The explanation is that Paul needs a capital letter because it is a name, and the sentence must start with a capital letter. Remember, we always capitalize the first letter of a sentence and proper nouns like names. Let's look at question 53. Kay must pay for her new bike. Again, we need to select the answer with the correct capitalization. Option A is, Kay must pay for her new bike. Option B is, Kay must pay for her new bike. Option C is, Kay must pay for her new bike. Option D is, Kay must pay for her new bike. The correct answer here is A, Kay must pay for her new bike. The explanation is that Kay needs a capital letter because it is a name, and the sentence must start with a capital letter, just like we saw in the previous question. Question 54 asks, we can bake a pie today. We need to choose the correctly punctuated sentence. Option A, we can bake a pie today. Option B, we can bake a pie today. Option C, we can bake a pie today. Option D, we can bake a pie today. The correct answer is D, we can bake a pie today. The explanation is that the sentence must start with a capital letter and end with a full stop. So we capitalize the we at the start of we and add a full stop at the end of the sentence. Next up, question 55. The boys shout as they play outside. Let's find the correctly punctuated option. Option A is, the boys shout as they play outside. Option B is, the boys shout as they play outside. Option C is, the boys shout as they play outside. Option D is, the boys shout as they play outside. The correct answer is C, the boys shout as they play outside. The explanation says the needs a capital letter because it is the beginning of a sentence, and the sentence must end with a full stop. Remember, start with a capital, end with a full stop. Now, we're moving on to questions about off and of. These can be a little tricky, so listen carefully. Question 56. The referee ordered the player blank the field at the end blank the game. We have to choose between off and of. Option A is off of. Option B is of off. The correct answer is A, off of. The explanation says off is used to indicate movement away from the field, and of is used to show possession, like when we say the end of the game. Let's move on to question 57. The tall runner sat blank before the rest blank the other runners. Option A is of off. Option B is off. The correct answer is B, off of. The explanation off means to start moving, and of shows possession, like in the phrase the other runners. Question 58. The fox ran chi blank with two blank mother's hens. Option A is of. Option B is off. The correct answer is B, off of. Here, off is used to show movement, and of indicates possession, specifically the mother's hens. Question 59. The man took a kisi, blank his coat, and jumped S, blank, the rock. Option A is off, off. Option B is of. The correct answer is A, off, off. The explanation says, off is used to indicate removing his coat and moving away from the rock. Finally, question 60. Ashaba, the baby, blank, the family, was afraid, blank, the big dog next door. Option A is of. Option B is off, off. The correct answer is A, of. The explanation says of is used both times to show belonging, like saying the baby of the family and afraid of the dog. 61. Question 61. The length of an ant would be measured in what? The options are A, mm, B, cm, C, m, or D, km. The correct answer is A, mm. This is because millimeters, or em, are the most suitable unit for measuring very small things, just like ants. They're tiny, so we need a tiny unit of measurement. Question 62. Now let's convert 2 meters into centimeters. The options are A, 2 centimeters, B, 20 centimeters, or C, 200 cm. The correct answer is C, 200 centimeters. Remember, to convert meters to centimeters, you need to multiply by 100. So 2 times 100 equals 200 centimeters. Question 63. Let's try another conversion. Convert 260 millimeters into centimeters. Is it A, 26 centimeters, B, 260 centimeters, or C, 2600 cm? The right answer is A, 26 centimeters. When converting from millimeters to centimeters, we need to divide by 10. Therefore, 260 divided by 10 gives us 26 centimeters. Question 64. This time, let's convert 130 centimeters into meters. The options are A, 1.3 meters, B, 0.13 meters, or C, 13 m. The correct answer here is A, 1.3 meters. To convert centimeters to meters, we divide by 100. So 130 divided by 100 equals 1.3 meters. Question 65. Now, let's arrange some lengths by size, starting with the shortest. The options are different orderings of these lengths, and the correct answer is D, 3 millimeters, 380 millimeters to 320 centimeters, 380 centimeters to 34 meters. Let's see why. 3 millimeters is the smallest. 380 millimeters is slightly bigger than 3 millimeters. 320 centimeters comes next, which is actually 3,200 millimeters. Following that is 380 centimeters, or 3,800 millimeters. And finally, the largest is 34 meters, which is 34,000 millimeters. So the correct order is indeed D. Question 66. Let's look at capacity. Identify the capacity of the first measuring container. The options are A, 125 milliliters, B, 1,250 milliliters, C, 12.5 milliliters, or D, 1.25 milliliters. The right answer is A, 125 milliliters. If you look at the container, the liquid level is closest to 125 milliliters. Question 67. Next, identify the capacity of the second measuring container. Is it A, 15 milliliters, B, 1.5 milliliters, C, 150 milliliters, or D, 1500 ml? The correct answer is C, 150 milliliters. The liquid level in the measuring cup lines up with 150 milliliters. Question 68. Choose the correct order of the containers based on their capacity, starting from the smallest. The correct option is C, 2, 3, V, I, V, IV. The smallest container is the egg cup. Then comes the drinking glass, followed by the mug, then the saucepan, next is the bucket, and finally the largest is the fish tank. Question 69. Moving on to mass or weight, identify the mass shown on the scale with the apple. The options are A, 150 grams, B, 153 grams, C, 159 g, or D, 160 grams. The scale indicator is pointing to 150 grams, making A the correct answer. Question 70. Now let's check the scale with the ant. Identify the mass shown. It's either A, 6 grams, B, 10 grams, C, 5g, or D, 16g. The correct answer is C, 5 grams. The scale pointer is aligned with 5 grams. Question 71. What is the total mass of the cat and the flower? Is it A, 3 plus 12 equals 15 grams, B, 300 plus 12 equals 313 grams, C, 3000 plus 12 equals 3012 grams, or D, 3 plus 120 equals 123 grams? The correct answer is C, 3012 grams. The cat weighs 3 kilograms, which is 3000 grams, and the flower weighs 12 grams, so 3000 plus 12 equals 3012 grams. Question 72. Let's find the total mass of the butterfly, the flower, and the milk carton. Are the choices A, 10 plus 12 plus 44.5 equals 66.5 grams, B, 1 plus 12 plus 445 equals 458 grams, C, 10 plus 120 plus 445 equals 467 grams, or D, 1 plus 4.45 equals 125.45 grams. The right answer is B, 458 grams. The butterfly is 1 gram, the flower is 12 grams, and the milk carton is 445 grams. So 1 plus 12 plus 445 equals 458 grams. Question 73. Next up are length conversions. Let's convert 1.2 kilometers into meters. Is that A, 12 meters, B, 1,200 meters, C, 120 m, or D, 12 m? The correct answer is B, 1,200 meters. Because 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters, then 1.2 times 1,000 equals 1,200 meters. Question 74. Now let's convert 450 millimeters into meters. Is it A, 0.45 meters, B, 45 meters, C, 450 m, or D, 4,500 m? The correct answer is A, 0.45 meters. Since 1 millimeter equals 0.001 meters, then 450 divided by 1,000 equals 0.45 meters. Question 75 asks us to convert 2,500 millimeters into meters. The options are A, 0.25 meters, B, 2.5 meters, C, 250 meters, and D, 25 meters. The correct answer here is B, 2.5 meters. Now, how do we get that? Well, there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. So, to convert from millimeters to meters, we need to divide by 1,000. When we divide 2,500 by 1,000, we get 2.5 meters. Moving on to question 76, this one is about capacity. We need to convert 3,500 milliliters to liters. The options are A, 3.5 liters, B, 350 liters, C, 35 liters, and D, 3,500 liters. The correct answer is A, 3.5 liters. Remember, there are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter, so we divide 3,500 by 1,000 to get 3.5 liters. Question 77 asks us to convert 2,400 milliliters to liters. Our choices are A, 24 liters, B, 240 liters, C, 2.4 liters, and D, 2,400 liters. The correct answer is C, 2.4 liters. Again, since 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, we divide 2,400 by 1,000, which equals 2.4 liters. Now, for question 78, we have to solve a problem. 250 milliliters plus 2 liters. The options are A, 25.5 liters, B, 2,250 liters, C, 2.25 liters, and D, 225 liters. The correct answer is C, 2.25 liters. To solve this, we first need to convert 250 milliliters to liters. That's 0.25 liters. Then, we add 0.25 liters to 2 liters, which gives us 2.25 liters. Question 79 is similar. 500 milliliters plus 20 liters. Our choices are A, 205 liters, B, 2050 liters, C, 2.05 liters, and D, 20.5 liters. The correct answer is D, 20.5 liters. We convert 500 milliliters to 0.5 liters. Adding that to 20 liters gives us 20.5 liters. Question 80 is a subtraction problem. 2 liters minus 450 milliliters. The answers are A, 15.50 milliliters, B, 1550 milliliters, C, 1.55 milliliters, and D, 155 milliliters. The correct answer is B, 1550 milliliters. We need to convert the 2 liters to 2000 milliliters. Then, we subtract 450 milliliters, and that results in 1550 milliliters. Now let's switch to weight or mass for questions 81 through 85. In these questions, we need to compare values. To compare 34 kilograms and 3 kilograms. The correct answer is greater than, because 34 kilograms is more than 3 kilograms. Question 82. We need to compare 45 grams and 45 grams. The correct answer here is equal to because they are the same value. In question 83, we compare 630 grams and 360 grams. The correct answer is greater than, because 630 grams is more than 360 grams. Question 84. We compare 10 kilograms and 1100 kilograms. The answer is less than, because 10 kilograms is less than 1100 kilograms. And finally, for question 85, we compare 2,500 grams and 2 kilograms. The correct answer is greater than. This is because 2 kilograms is equal to 2,000 grams, and 2,500 grams is more than 2,000 grams. 86 asks us to solve 1,350 grams plus 2,450 grams. The options are A, 3.8 kilograms, B, 3.7 kilograms, and C, 3777 grams. The correct answer is A, 3.8 kilograms. First, we add the values to get 3,800 grams. Then we convert this to kilograms, which is 3.8 kilograms. Question 87 is 2.5 kilograms plus 600 grams. Our choices are A, 2.5 grams, B, 62 grams, and C, 3.1 kilograms. The correct answer is C, 3.1 kilograms. Converting 2.5 kilograms to grams gives us 2,500 grams. Adding 600 grams results in 3,100 grams, or 3.1 kilograms. Question 88 to 940 grams plus 3 kilograms. The answer choices are A, 3,940 grams, B, 3.4 kilograms, and C, 9.4 kilograms. The correct answer is A, 3,940 grams. We convert 3 kilograms to 3,000 grams and then add 940 grams, which equals 3,940 grams. Question 89 asks us to solve 700 grams plus 3,450 grams. The choices are A, 4,250 grams, B, 3.45 kilograms, and C, 4.15 kilograms. The correct answer is C, 4.15 kilograms. Adding 700 and 3,450 grams gives us 4,150 grams, which equals 4.15 kilograms. Lastly, question 90 to 25 kilograms plus 150 grams. The options are A, 25.15 grams, B, 25.15 kilograms, and C, 26 kilograms. The correct answer is B, 25.15 kilograms. We convert 150 grams to 0.15 kilograms. Adding that to 25 kilograms equals 25.15 kilograms.
Question 91. So the circles here, if you reflect them, you'll have something arrangement like this. Top left, bottom right. So it can either be B or option D. Can't be D because these arrows are pointing up and down. If you reflect these, they're actually pointing left and right. It's going to be option B. Question 92. Again, I've cancelled these out for you already. Look at this white triangle. It must be closest to the mirror line. Can't be B, can't be C, can't be E because the triangle is pointing the wrong way. Is it A or D? D has the arrows here and A is missing them. You must have arrows here, so it's going to be option D. Question 93. again, if we look at this, this rectangle is slanted towards the mirror line, so it must be slanted towards. The arrow is pointing away, pointing away. This arrow is pointing towards and pointing towards. So A is a perfect match for a reflection. You should actually be able to see it. They're right next to each other. It's very easy to see. And if they're matching, it can't be E because the rectangle is pointing away, slanted away from the mirror line. Question 94. This arrow is pointing to the top right. Hopefully you can see my cursor goes top right, okay? That means if I reflect it, it's going to be pointing like this one right here. Top left, okay? So I counted out A, so it can't be at that, going the wrong direction. B is pointing in the wrong direction. C is also pointing in the wrong direction. You can see I've chosen E here because the arrows on the outside, these are pointing away towards the corners. If you reflect this arrow right here, I've drawn it out right here, this is the arrow. If you reflect it, it should be pointing the opposite direction. Only E has got it pointing to the bottom right side, so it's going to be option E. And option 95, again, easy one, you can see right next to each other, they're reflected. If you match them up, you'll see this is a perfect reflection here. The other ones are missing things, so look at option D, because this bottom line is pointing away from the mirror line, whereas in the original it's pointing towards the mirror line, okay? Look at all of the highlighted points. I've shown you exactly where you have to look and where I look when I'm trying to reflect something. Towards the mirror line, towards the mirror line, okay? Like that. Option A is the answer.
96. The sequence is WRVQ to blank. The choices are UM, SN, or QP. The correct answer is SNN. Let me explain how we get that. We actually have two patterns of letters to follow here. The first letters are moving backwards by one each time, W, then V, then U. So if we continue that pattern, the next letter will be T, and the one after that would be S. The second letter also moves backwards by one, R, then Q, then P. So the next in that pattern would be O, and then N. Putting those two together, the next pair of letters would be SNN. Question 97. GHIJKLMN blank. The options are OP, LM, or RS. The correct answer is OP. In this case, we also have two letter sequences. Each letter is moving forward by 2 this time. So for the first letters, we have G, then I, then K, then M, and so the next letter will be O. For the second letters, we have H, then J, then L, then N, and so the next would be P. That makes the next pair OP. Question 98. Junior HPFNDL blank. The choices are U, V, EM, or BJ. The answer is BJ. Each of the first letters moves backward by 2, J, then H, then F, then D, and so the next one is B. Each of the second letters also moves backward by 2, R, then P, then N, then L, and so the next one is J. Therefore, the correct pair is BJ. Question 99. FKCHZEWB blank. The options are TY, XY, or VA. The correct answer is TY. Here the first letters move backward by 3, F, then C, then Z, then W, and so the next one is T. Notice that after Z we go back to the beginning of the alphabet. The second letters do the same. They move backwards by 3, K, then H, then E, then B, and so the next letter will be Y. This makes the pair TY. Question 100. GMJPMSPV blank. The choices are OU, SY, or QW. The correct answer is SY. In this case, each first letter goes forward by 3. G, then J, then M, then P, then S. And each of the second letters also jumps forward by 3. M, then P, then S, then V, and then Y. So the pair is SY. Okay, now we're going to switch to sentences where we have to choose between the words our or our. Question 101. They're blank 7 days in a week. The choices are A, R, or B, our. The correct answer is R. We say there are 7 days in a week because we need a verb that shows the existence of the 7 days. Question 102. Blank school has 10 classrooms. The choices are A, R, or B, R. The correct answer is our. We use our to show that the school belongs to us. So the correct sentence is, our school has 10 classrooms. Question 103. Blank Egyptian relatives are planning to visit blank country. The options are A, R, or B, our. The correct answer is our. Both blanks show possession in this sentence, so we say, our Egyptian relatives are planning to visit our country. Question 104. When blank blank holidays beginning? The options are A, our, or B, our. The correct answer is our. The first blank needs the verb are to form the question. The second blank is our to show possession. So the full sentence is, when are our holidays beginning? Question 105. When blank friends arrive, we blank going to have a barbecue. The choices are A, our, or B, our. The correct answer is our. The word our shows that the friends belong to us, and are is the correct verb for the second blank. The complete sentence would be, when our friends arrive, we are going to have a barbecue. Question 106. Blank the results of blank test ready yet. The options are A, our, or B, our. The correct answer is our. The first blank needs are to form a question, and the second blank is our to show possession. So the correct sentence is, are the results of our test ready yet? Question 107. It reads, after which we visited the Bell Church, a temple built by the Chinese. Now, let's identify the nouns. We have Bell Church, temple, and Chinese. The question is, which of these are common nouns and which are proper nouns? Remember, a proper noun is a specific name for a person, place, or thing, and it always starts with a capital letter. A common noun is a general name, so the answer is A. Bell Church and Chinese are proper nouns, while temple is a common noun. This is because Bell Church is the specific name of that temple, and Chinese refers to a specific nationality. Temple is just a general term for a place of worship. Question 108. The sentence is, my parents bought from the different stores, clothes, decorations, and souvenirs. Here we need to identify the nouns in the list: parents, stores, clothes, decorations, and souvenirs. Are they specific names or general words? The answer is D. All of these are common nouns. Parents are not specific people. Stores, clothes, decorations, and souvenirs are just general categories of things. Question 109. The sentence is, of course, our trip would not be complete without having bought the famous jam and peanut brittle at the Good Shepherd Convent. The nouns we have are trip, jam, peanut brittle, and Good Shepherd Convent. The answer is A. Trip, jam, and peanut brittle are common nouns, while Good Shepherd Convent is a proper noun. Trip is a general term, while Good Shepherd Convent is the specific name of a place. Now let's move on to the next section. Question 110. The sentence is, before boarding the bus back to Manila, we attended Mass and prayed at the Baguio Cathedral. The nouns are bus, Manila, Mass, and Baguio Cathedral. Remember, proper nouns are specific names. So the answer is B. Bus and Mass are common nouns because they are general terms. Manila and Baguio Cathedral are proper nouns because they are specific names of a city and a place, respectively. Question 111. The sentence says, oh, what a fun vacation we had. We are looking at the noun, vacation. Is vacation a common or a proper noun? The correct choice is A. Vacation is a common noun. It's a general word for a time when someone isn't working. It isn't the name of a specific thing. Now, we are going to move on to full stops and capital letters. Question 112. Here we have a sentence that needs to be corrected. They saw that the dog had hurt its paw. The answer is A. They saw that the dog had hurt its paw. The first word of a sentence must start with a capital letter, and it must end with a full stop. Question 113. Here we have another sentence that needs correcting. Children like the seaside. The correct answer is circa. Children like the seaside. Again, the first word of a sentence must start with a capital letter, and the sentence must end with a full stop. 114. Question 114 states that loud sounds can be annoying. Now let's look at the choices. And remember to pay attention to capitalization and full stops. Choice A says loud sounds can be annoying. Notice the lowercase l and missing full stop. Choice B says loud sounds can be annoying. Notice the capital L and full stop at the end. Choice C says loud sounds can be annoying, lowercase l, and has a comma instead of a full stop. Choice D says loud sounds can be annoying, has a capital L, but has a comma at the end. The correct answer is B. Loud sounds can be annoying. Remember, the first word of a sentence should always have a capital letter, and a sentence should end with a full stop, or a period as some of you may call it. Now let's move on to question 115. Question 115 says, Mum gave us a few grapes as a treat. Choice A says, Mum gave us a few grapes as a treat. Choice B says, Mum gave us a few grapes as a treat. Choice C says, Mum gave us a few grapes as a treat. Choice D says, Mum gave us a few grapes as a treat. The correct answer here is A. Mum gave us a few grapes as a treat. The word mum is a proper noun when used as a name, so it should start with a capital letter. Also, the sentence must end with a full stop. Now let's move on to questions that are asking us about the difference between of and off. Question 116 says, Lynn turned ____ the television before going ____ to bed. Choice A says off of. Choice B says off. The correct answer is B, off. When we turn off a television, we mean to switch it off. The phrase going off to bed is also a correct phrase we use when we mean to go to bed. Question 117. The two ____ them strolled ____ down the dusty road. Choice A says of off. Choice B says off of. The correct answer here is A, of off. It's of them because it's referring to a group, and strolled off means they are walking away from a place. Question 118. At the far end, ____ the field, the player was carried ____ on a stretcher. Choice A says of. Choice B says of off. The correct answer is B, of off. Of the field describes the location of something, and carried off means they were taken away. Question 119. The ace ______. Spades was the card that fell ____ the table. Choice A says off. Choice B says of off. The correct answer is B, of off. Ace of spades is a specific card, and fell off means it dropped down. Question 120. The fourth ____ July celebrations went ____ without a hitch. Choice A says of off. Choice B says off of. The correct answer is A, of off. 4th of July is a specific date, and went off without a hitch means it happened successfully without any problems. Okay, now we're moving on to questions about measurements. Question 121. The height of a door would be measured in blank. Choice A says Choice B says cm. Choice C says Choice D says km. The correct answer is B, cm or cm. A door is usually about 2 meters tall, which is also 200 centimeters, so both centimeters and meters can be used, but we usually use meters because it's easier to say than 200 centimeters. Millimeters would be too small and kilometers are too big to measure a door. Question 122. The height of a building would be measured in a blank. Choice A says Choice B says cm. Choice C says Choice D says km. The correct answer is C, m. Buildings are usually several meters tall. Millimeters and centimeters are too small, and kilometers are too large. Question 123. The distance between my door and the end of the road would be measured in a blank. Choice A says Choice B says cm. Choice C says Choice D says km. The correct answer is C, am. Roads are usually measured in meters. Unless it's a very long road, then we use kilometers, but in this case, meters is best. Question 124. The distance between two cities would be measured in blank, ton, blank. Choice A says Choice B says cm. Choice C says Choice D says km. The correct answer is D, km. Cities are far apart, and we usually measure long distances in kilometers. Millimeters, centimeters, and meters are too small for these distances. Question 125. The distance between two countries would be measured in what? And the choices are A, mm, B, cm, cm, or D, km. The correct answer is D, KIM, which stands for kilometers. Now, let's think about why. Distances between countries can be really, really long, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of kilometers. Millimeters, centimeters, and even meters are just too small to measure those big distances practically. That's why we use kilometers. They are perfect for measuring such large distances between countries. Okay, let's move on to question 126 to 17 cm multiplied by 10 equals what in millimeters? And the choices are 1.7, 17, or 170 millimeters. The correct answer is 170 millimeters. Now remember, there are 10 millimeters in every 1 centimeter. So if you have 17 centimeters, you multiply that by 10 to get the number of millimeters, which in this case is 170. Question 127. 40 millimeters divided by 10 equals how many centimeters? The choices are 4, 40, or 400 centimeters. The correct answer is 4 centimeters. This is because 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. So if you divide 40 millimeters by 10, you get 4 centimeters. Question 128 to 7 meters multiplied by 1,000 equals how many millimeters? The choices are 70, 700, or 7,000 millimeters. The correct answer is 7,000 millimeters. There are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. Therefore, 7 meters is equal to 7 times 1,000, which is 7,000 millimeters. Question 129 to 28 centimeters multiplied by 10 equals what in millimeters? The choices are 28, 280, or 2,800 millimeters. The correct answer is 280 millimeters. Again, remember that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So, if you have 28 centimeters, you multiply by 10 to get the equivalent value in millimeters, which is 280. Question 130 to 3,800 centimeters divided by 100 equals how many meters? The choices are 3.8, 38, or 380 meters. The correct answer is 38 meters. This is because 100 centimeters is the same as 1 meter. So when you divide 3,800 centimeters by 100, you will get 38 meters. Now let's move on to measuring capacity. Question 131. What is the capacity of the container? And the options are A, 2 milliliters, B, 20 milliliters, C, 2,000 milliliters, or D, 200 milliliters. The correct answer is D, 200 milliliters. If we look at the size of the container, it looks like it can hold a moderate amount of liquid, which is around 200 milliliters. Question 132. What is the capacity of the bottle? The choices are A, 15 liters, B, 1.5 liters, C, 150 liters, or D, 200 milliliters. The correct answer is B, 1.5 liters. The bottle looks like it can hold a bit more than 1 liter, so 1.5 liters is the closest estimate. Now let's move on to measuring liquid in containers. Question 133. Choose the correct amount of liquid in the container. And the choices are 5 milliliters, 50 milliliters, 500 milliliters, or 5,000 milliliters. The correct answer is 50 milliliters. The liquid level in the container reaches up to the 50 milliliters mark. Question 134. Choose the correct amount of liquid in the container. The choices are 8 milliliters, 80 milliliters, 800 milliliters, or 8,000 milliliters. The correct answer is 80 milliliters. The liquid in the container is at the 80 milliliters mark. Question 135. Choose the correct amount of liquid in the container. The choices are 2 milliliters, 20 milliliters, 200 milliliters, or 2,000 milliliters. The correct answer is 20 milliliters. The liquid level is right at the 20 milliliters mark on the container. Question 136. Choose the correct amount of liquid in the container. The choices are 4 milliliters, 40 milliliters, 400 milliliters, or 4,000 milliliters? The correct answer is 400 milliliters, as the liquid level in the container is at the 400 milliliters mark. Question 137. Choose the correct amount of liquid in the container. The choices are 5.5 milliliters, 55 milliliters, 550 milliliters, or 5,500 milliliters. The correct answer is 550 milliliters. The liquid is filled up to the 550 milliliters mark. Now let's move on to reading liquid levels. Question 138. What is the liquid level in the container? The choices are 750 milliliters, 600 milliliters, 700 milliliters, or 780 milliliters. The correct answer is 700 milliliters. Looking at the container, the liquid is filled up to the 700 milliliters mark. Question 139. What is the liquid level in the container? The choices are 450 milliliters, 600 milliliters, 550 milliliters, or 480 milliliters. The correct answer is 450 milliliters. We can see that the liquid is at the 450 milliliters mark. Question 140. What is the liquid level in the container? The choices are 325 milliliters, 370 milliliters, 350 milliliters, or 300 milliliters. The correct answer is 325 milliliters. The liquid is slightly above the 300 milliliters mark, at the 325 milliliters line. Now let's move on to measuring mass or weight. Question 141. What is the mass of the cat? The choices are A, 7 kilograms, B, 6 kilogram, C, 5 kilograms, or D, 4.5 kilogram. The correct answer is D, 4.5 kilogram. When we look at the scale, the cat weighs 4.5 kilograms. Question 142. What is the mass of the elephant? The choices are A, 6 tons, B, 7 tons, C, 8 tons, or D, 9 tons. The correct answer is A, 6 tons. The scale shows that the elephant weighs 6 tons. Question 143 asks us to put some objects in order based on their mass, from lightest to heaviest. Imagine we have a pencil, an elephant, a chart, a cupcake, and a car. We need to put them in order from the lightest object to the heaviest object and the smallest object to the largest. The answer choices give us different orders, and the correct answer is C. This order is cupcake, then pencil, then chart, then car, then the elephant. This makes choice C the correct sequence. Question 144 is another ordering question. This time, we have a camper van, a car, a toy guitar, a feather, and a fox. The correct order from lightest to heaviest is a feather, then a toy guitar, then a fox, then a car, and finally the camper van, making D the correct choice. Remember, a feather is very light and a camper van is very heavy. Now let's move on to question 145. This one includes a tennis ball, a whale, a trumpet, a banana, and a motorbike. Can you picture these items? The lightest to heaviest order is a tennis ball, a banana, a trumpet, a motorbike, and a whale. So choice A is correct. Next up is question 146. Here we need to order a car, a bird, a football, a tiger, and an apple by mass, again from lightest to heaviest. The correct order is a bird, then an apple, then a football, then a tiger, and finally a car. Therefore, the correct choice is C. Now we are moving on to questions about estimating mass rather than ordering them. Question 147 asks about the mass of a tiger, and from the choices we are given, 200 kilograms is the best estimate for the weight of a fully grown tiger. Question 148 asks about the weight of 5 paperclips. A paperclip is very small and very light. The best estimate is 5 grams, since each paperclip weighs around 1 gram. Question 149 asks us about the weight of a rhinoceros, which is a very large animal. 2 tons is the correct answer because a rhino is a very heavy animal. Question 150 asks us about a potato. A medium-sized potato is about 110 grams. Question 151 asks us about the mass of a horse, and the best estimate is 850 kilograms. Horses are very large animals, so that estimate makes sense. Question 152 is about the weight of a butterfly, and a butterfly is very light. Therefore, the best estimate is 1 milligram. Question 153 asks about the mass of a swan. 12 kilograms is the best estimate for a fully grown swan. Question 154 asks about a house. Houses are very heavy. Therefore, the best estimate is 150 tons. Moving on to question 155. We need to find the difference in mass between a bicycle, 8 kilograms, and a butterfly, 1 gram. First, we need to convert the kilograms to grams because we need to subtract like units. So 8 kilograms equals 8,000 grams. Subtracting 1 gram from 8,000 grams gives us 7,999 grams. This makes the correct answer choice A. Question 156 is about finding the total mass of several objects. We have a cat that is 3 kilograms, and then we have smaller objects that are given in grams, 1 gram item, 12 grams item, 445 grams item, and other objects that are given in kilograms, 8 kilograms item, 2 kilograms item. We must convert all the smaller objects from grams to kilograms, and we must also add everything together. Doing so will give us 13.458 kilograms. So D is the correct answer. Now we are moving on to conversions in units of lengths. Question 157 asks how many meters are in 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters is equal to 0.12 meters. So choice D is the correct answer. Question 158 asks us to convert 4.5 kilometers to meters. Remember, there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So 4.5 kilometers equals 4,500 meters, which makes choice A the correct answer. Question 159 asks us to convert 2.5 kilometers to meters. 2.5 kilometers equals 2,500 meters, so D is the correct answer. Lastly, question 160 asks us to convert 12 kilometers to meters. 12 kilometers is 12,000 meters, so option C is correct. 1. Question 161. 450 centimeters equals underscore meters. The choices are A. 4.5 meters, B. 45 meters, circa 450 memes, or D. 4,500 memes. The correct answer is A. 4.5 meters. Here's how we figure that out. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So to convert centimeters to meters, we divide by 100. So 450 divided by 100 is 4.5 meters. Question 162. 250 millimeters equals underscore meters. The choices are A. 25 meters, B. 2.5 meters, circa 0.25 meters, or D. 250 ems. The correct answer here is emetic 0.25 meters. Now, there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. So we need to divide 250 by 1,000, which gives us 0.25 meters. Question 163, capacity. Okay, for this one, we are looking at a container, and its level is shown around 350 milliliters. The choices are A. 3,500 milliliters, B. 350 milliliters, circa 12,000 milliliters, or D. 120 m. The correct answer is B. 350 milliliters. Looking at the markings on the container, the liquid level is around 350 milliliters. Question 164, capacity. Again, we are looking at a container, and this time the level is shown around 65 milliliters. The choices are A. 0.65 milliliters, B. 6,500 milliliters, circa 6.5 milliliters, or D. 65 milliliters. The correct answer is D. 65 milliliters. The scale on the container is below 100 milliliters, and 65 milliliters is the best estimate. Question 165. Capacity. For this capacity question, the container's level is about 125 milliliters. The choices are A. 1,250 milliliters, B. 12.5 milliliters, circa 125 milliliters, or D. 1.25 milliliters. The correct answer is ANSI, 125 milliliters. The liquid is roughly 1/8 of a liter, which is 125 milliliters. Question 166. Capacity. This time, the container's level is shown at around 2.5 liters. The choices are A. 2.5 L, B. 25 Ls, circa 250 Ls, or D. 0.25 Ls. The correct answer is A. 2.5 liters. The measurement is about halfway to 3 liters on the scale, so 2.5 liters is correct. Okay, now we are moving on to converting milliliters to liters. Question 167. 7,500 milliliters equals underscore 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 L. The choices are A. 7,500, B. 750 circa 75, or D. 7.5. The correct answer is D. 7.5 L. To convert milliliters to liters, you divide by 1,000. So 7,500 divided by 1,000 is 7.5 liters. Question 168. 9,200 milliliters equals underscore 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 L. The choices are A. 9.2, B. 920, circa 0.92, or D. 92. The correct answer is A. 9.2 Ls. Again, we divide by 1,000, so 9,200 divided by 1,000 equals 9.2 liters. Question 169. 350 milliliters equals underscore 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 L. The choices are A. 350, B. 35, circa 0.35, or D. 3,500. The correct answer is C. 0.35 L. Remember, divide by 1,000. 350 divided by 1,000 equals 0.35 liters. Question 170. 980 milliliters equals underscore 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 L. The choices are A. 0.98, B. 9.8, circa 98, or D. 980. The correct answer is A. 0.98 L. We divide 980 by 1,000, and that's 0.98 liters. All right, now we're moving on to some calculations with liters and milliliters. Question 171. 10L plus 200 milliliters equals underscore 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 L. The choices are A. 102, B. 1020, circa 10.2, or D. 120. The correct answer is C. 10.2 Ls. First, we need to convert 200 milliliters to liters. 200 divided by 1,000 equals 0.2 liters. Then, we add that to 10 liters, so 10 plus 0.2 equals 10.2 liters. Question 172. 25L, 550 milliliters equals underscore 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 L. The choices are A. 2.445, B. 24.45, circa 244.5, or D. 2,445. The correct answer is B. 24.45 L. First, convert 550 milliliters to liters. So 550 divided by 1,000 equals 0.55 liters. Now we subtract that from 25, so 25 minus 0.55 equals 24.45 liters. Question 173. We have 5 liters plus 750 milliliters, and we want to know how many liters that is in total. The options are A. 57.5, B. 5.75, C. 5,750, or D. 575. Now remember that there are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter, so to convert 750 milliliters to liters, we need to divide by 1,000. 750 divided by 1,000 equals 0.75 liters. Now we simply add that to the 5 liters we already had. So 5 plus 0.75 equals 5.75 liters. The correct answer is B, 5.75 liters. Weight or mass. Now we are going to compare some measurements using the less than, greater than, or equals symbols. Question 174. We need to compare 7,500 grams with 8 kilograms. So we need to convert kilograms to grams. Remember that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So we multiply 8 by 1,000 and we get 8,000 grams. Now we just compare. 7,500 grams is less than 8,000 grams, so the correct answer is the less than symbol. Question 175. Now we compare 5 kilograms to 4,600 grams. Again, we need to convert kilograms to grams. We multiply 5 by 1,000, which gives us 5,000 grams. 5,000 is greater than 4,600, so the correct answer here is the greater than symbol. Question 176. This time, we are comparing 4.5 kilograms to 4,400 grams. We multiply 4.5 by 1,000 to convert it to grams, and we get 4,500 grams. 4,500 grams is greater than 4,400 grams, so the answer is the greater than symbol. Question 177. Okay, now we have 9 kilograms and 9,800 grams. We need to convert the kilograms to grams. 9 multiplied by 1,000 is 9,000. Now we can compare 9,000 grams with 9,800 grams. 9,000 is less than 9,800. So the correct answer is the less than symbol. Fill in the missing measurements. For these next questions, we will have to fill in the missing number and write our answer. Question 178. 300 grams plus what number of grams equals 1,000 grams? To find the answer, we can subtract 300 from 1,000. So 1,000 minus 300 is 700. The correct answer is 700 grams, which is answer choice B. Question 179. 300 grams divided by 6 grams equals what? Well, 300 divided by 6 is 50, so the correct answer is 50, which is option C. Question 180. Now we have 5 kilograms minus 300 grams. To solve this, we need to convert the 5 kilograms to grams. So 5 times 1,000 is 5,000 grams. Now we subtract 300 from 5,000. This gives us 4,700 grams, so the answer is A, 4,700. Question 181. Here we have 8 kilograms minus some number of grams is equal to 6.5 kilograms. First, let's convert everything to grams. 8 kilograms is 8,000 grams, and 6.5 kilograms is 6,500 grams. To find the missing number, we need to subtract 6,500 from 8,000, which equals 1,500 grams. The correct answer is D, 1,500. Question 182. Here we have 3 kilograms times 5 kilograms, which is 15 kilograms. The correct answer here is D, 15. Question 183. Now, 70 grams times what number is equal to 2.1 kilograms? First, we convert 2.1 kilograms to grams by multiplying by 1,000. This gives us 2,100 grams. Now we need to solve 70 times what number gives us 2,100. If we divide 2,100 by 70, we get 30. The correct answer is B, 30. Question 184. Next up is 7,340 grams plus 7 kilograms. First, we need to convert 7 kilograms to grams, which is 7,000 grams. Then we just add them together. 7,340 plus 7,000 is 14,340. The correct answer is C, 14,340 grams. Question 185. Now we have 3.5 kilograms plus 5,700 grams. Again, we must convert the 3.5 kilograms to grams by multiplying by 1,000, which is 3,500 grams. Now we add 3,500 and 5,700 to get 9,200 grams. The correct answer is B, 9,200 grams. Question 186. 3,570 grams plus 12 kilograms. Let's convert 12 kilograms to grams first. 12 times 1,000 is 12,000 grams. Then we add 3,570 grams plus 12,000 grams, which equals 15,570 grams. 15,570 grams is the same as 15.57 kilograms. So the correct answer is B, 15.57 kilograms. Calculate the combined mass of the weights shown in each pair below. In these questions, we will be given a pair of weights and must add them together. Question 1, 8, 7. We need to add 100 grams and 3,000 grams. Adding those two together gives us 3,100 grams, so B, 3,100 is the correct answer. Question 188. Now we need to add 23 grams and 684 grams. This equals 707 grams, so the correct answer is A, 707.89. This question asks us to find the total mass of two weights. One weight is 650 grams, and the other weight is 7 kilograms. Now the possible answers are 3,350 grams, B, 3,250 grams, or C, 3,270 grams. The answer is A, 3,350 grams. Now to find the total mass, we need to make sure that both weights are in the same unit of measurement. Right now, one is in grams, and the other is in kilograms. So first, we're going to convert the 2.7 kilograms into grams. And to do that, we need to remember that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So we multiply 2.7 by 1,000, and we get 2,700 grams. Now that both weights are in grams, we can add them together. 2,700 grams plus 650 grams equals 3,350 grams. That's why the correct answer is 3,350 grams. Let's go to question 190 now. This question asks us to find the total mass of two weights, just like the last one. This time, one weight is 15 grams and the other weight is 48 grams. The possible answers are A, 66 grams, B, 69 grams, or C, 63 grams. The correct answer is C, 63 grams. To find the total mass, we simply add the two weights together. 15 grams plus 48 grams equals 63 grams. Therefore, the correct answer is indeed 63 grams. Question 191 asks us to find the next pair of letters in the sequence, where the answer choices are A, N, J, B, T, F, and C, W, P. The correct answer is A, N, J. The pattern here is that both the first and second letters move forward by one position in the alphabet. Let's go to question 192. Again, we are asked to find the next pair of letters in the sequence. The choices this time are A, Y, A, B, Q, P, and C, W, C. The correct answer is C, W, C. This time, the pattern indicates that the first letter moves forward alphabetically, while the second letter moves backward alphabetically. Okay, let's move to question 193. This question asks us to find the next pair of letters in the sequence again. The choices are A, P, B, B, H, L, and C, Texas. The correct answer is C, Texas. The pattern here is that both letters move forward alphabetically by a certain number of positions. Now we are at question 194. The question is the same. Find the next pair of letters in the sequence. The choices are A, L, Z, B, O, C, and C, G, C. The correct answer is B, O, C. The pattern here is a little trickier because it involves alternating forward and backward shifts in alphabetical order. Finally, we are at question 195. For the last time, we need to find the next pair of letters in the sequence. The choices for this question are A, S, J, B, T, J, and C, D, M. The correct answer here is B, T, J. In this sequence, both the first and second letters follow a consistent forward shift in alphabetical order. And that completes all of the questions for this section.